Home to some of the world's top-ranking colleges, United Kingdom attracts some of the world's best and brightest students year after year, including Indians. But with so many good options to choose from, how does one choose an institution over the others? What does the admission process involve? We will answer all these questions on this special episode of Education UK.
Born into a family of bureaucrats, Jyotsna represents the self-assured and aspirational young India. At the end of her schooling, Delhi initially seemed to be the best place to pursue her graduation in commerce from. And now the pursuit to fulfill her professional ambitions is taking her to the UK for a Masters in International Business Management.
I have pursued BCom Honours, and there were various modules in this particular course, one of which was International Business, and I kind of liked that subject a lot.
While most of her friends were going to the UK for further studies, to realize her dream of procuring a master's degree from the UK, she had to convince her parents first.
There are several resistance because of the societal norms and etc. etc. Girl child, why so so far away? So these were the simple reasons, and also we need a lot of money, finance, so everything should be catered and taken care of.
Her brother Ashish, an aspiring bureaucrat, went to great lengths to convince the family to allow Jyotsna to chase her dreams. With the first hurdle taken care of, Jyotsna started looking at the various options. Just like her brother, she knew the importance of research. Penning down a list of universities, making a list of universities was the first step in the process.
One of the universities to which I've applied was Manchester University. It was at the top priority, and I luckily got an unconditional offer from them.
Choosing from the long list of reputed universities one should apply to is not an easy task, but not surprisingly, Jyotsna seemed to have a strategy chalked out.
You start from which course do you want to take up, then which universities have that course, then what about their ranking, what about their research, like the budget cost of living is also a big deal that you have to keep in mind.
Their combined efforts worked. A proud brother Ashish says he was overjoyed when Jyotsna received an unconditional offer from Manchester University. She leaves for the UK in September.
If she goes overseas, she will be first person in our family, whole relatives, everyone. She'll be the first person going abroad. And the matter of fact is, the studies and the environment, rule of law, the cultural hub, the integration there, people coming from all over the world, the cultural integration is not possible everywhere. It is unique in United Kingdom. So that was the main idea.
Choosing a course in college and arranging the funds for it are a few of the first things to do. But UK universities and colleges do not grant admission based just on your marks. In fact, you're required to make a case for yourself. You're expected to write a statement of purpose or SOP, describing your strengths and your key skill areas. Next up, find out how to write an SOP and what are the things that you have to avoid and things you must keep in mind while writing one.
Statement of purpose or personal statement is a critical part of the admission process. We all know about the importance of first impressions, and since admissions committees read personal statements to compare different applicants, take this opportunity to describe your ambitions, skills and experience and what makes you suitable for the course. As an international student, there are a few extra things you should mention in your statement of purpose, particularly why you wish to study in the UK rather than your own country. Extracurricular activities are given a great deal of importance alongside academic achievements. Experts advise it is better to write the statement of purpose over a period of time and redraft it at least a few times before finally submitting it.
Financing was probably in the top priority list for choosing to study in the UK.
I pay a fraction of what I was going to pay even staying in the same state because I'm still paying less even with airfare.
A third as expensive as a music college in America. The ones that I would want to go to.
I was able to get a scholarship through the school and actually made that really easy. There's an entire web page dedicated to that, and there's a lot of scholarships you can sign up for.
One thing that my parents did, they set up a college fund. So majority of my flights are actually paid out of my college fund that they had set up. And then I also have student loans that are actually from the US, not from the UK.
Well, my course is only a year, and so if anything, I'm saving money coming here.
If you do like the environment you come into, which we all have loved it so far, you want to stay for as long as possible and learn. I was told by the study abroad office at my home university that everyone who goes for a semester wants to stay for a year.
The great thing with your student visa is that you can work 20 hours a week, and there are so many jobs. You can work in coffee shops, restaurants, there are plenty of on-campus opportunities. I work over the summer, so I always come into each school year with a bit of savings, so I can travel and do a few other things.
There are ways to really save a lot of money.
There's student discounts everywhere.
So there's a lot of stores and restaurants that give you, up to 20% off of things.
And there are loads of free events. There are free lectures you can go to. There are free club nights.
My teacher for business helps us with budgeting. He's made these spreadsheets, helps you understand how to manage your money better. I'm not bad at it. I've learned to get better at it.
There is a financial office we can go to if we have problems or if we have any questions. I haven't needed that yet, which is nice, but I think that if I ever do, it'll be there.
I think people assume because you're studying abroad and the exchange rate is so difficult for the US dollar that it's going to be more expensive, but really look into studying in the UK because most likely it'll be half the price of American universities.
With an acceptance letter in hand, the only thing which stands between you and your dream college is the visa. And here's how you get one.
I'm really nervous because I'm here to apply for my visa and everything hangs on it, whether I go to UK finally or not.
If I don't get my visa, then my journey to UK will end here and it would be very much painful for me.
Hi, I'm Arshi. This is where my journey began at the undergraduate course in New Delhi. And now I'm off to UK to do my Masters in International Relations, and I'm really excited about because it's the best place to study. Oh, I'm worried about the documents because I believe, if everything is in order, your visa is not going to be denied. If everything is in order. I have checked, double-checked, triple-checked my documents and I've made sure everything is in perfect order. But what if something goes wrong? I'm really nervous about it.
I'm excited that this is the opportunity that I'm going outside of my country to explore a new world, to explore something new.
That year that I was in the UK was one of the best years of my life. I know you will miss home when you go. Homesickness is part and parcel of this journey. But make friends with others so that when you look back at this time, you're able to say, I have a friend in every corner of the world.
Anxious times because, he had never stayed away from us and we don't know how he will manage on his own. And more importantly, how will we manage without him.
That is the biggest worry, new place to live in and new kind of friends. He will get there, interacting different set of people with different mind frame.
It is a great help to speak to people like you who've already gone there, and you can share your experiences with us and tell us how it will be like and help us through the process.
Oh, hi, Arshi.
Going for visa?
Yes.
Same here.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's move.
This is passport, no?
No, this is TV clearance.
TV.
What do you need? Passport copy?
He needs a reference letter and the passport copy.
It's a waiting number.
Okay.
Go first pay a visa fees over there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, clear for study visa. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I have to move to counter number 10. Okay.
All the best.
Thank you.
How was it? How was the documentation?
It was smooth. There was no issue. I had all the documents in the order, so they just checked it. Now I am moving for the biometric test and then for interview.
I can sign again. Okay. The staff was friendly, it was nice, but there were just one or two little problems that got me nervous.
but they haven't sorted out.
Okay, now put your both the thumbs together like this on the scanner. Are you nervous about this interview?
Yes, actually, I don't know what exactly they're going to ask. Hello. I'm good. How are you?
How was it?
It was good. It was quite nice and easy.
How was it?
Yeah, it was fine. I wasn't nervous.
I'm checking that the student meets all the requirements of the immigration rules, and I'm checking that all the documents that are necessary have been submitted. I should be able to decide on these applications today.
I don't know we'll get it or not today, but let's just see.
No, let's have hope. Definitely we're going to get it. Thank you. I'm here for correcting my passport.
And your passport, ma'am. Please check the name, Miss Ashi Agarwal.
Yes. Let's sit here, Rangesh.
Okay.
Let's check.
I got it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Same time.
Okay, congrats.
Oh, seriously.
Check the document.
I'll check the document, but I'm very happy. Finally, this has come true. I cannot believe it.
I'm excited that I've got my visa, and next month I'm going to UK.
It's time for us to slip into a quick break. Coming up after, we bring you face to face with those who studied in the UK as they recall their experiences of going through the admission process. Welcome back. It's time for us to meet Anun, who went to the United Kingdom for his Masters in Finance. Let's find out why and how he decided to study in the UK and the role it played in his life.
Delhi-based Anun Dhawan's fascination with the rising and falling stock market graphs and the world of high finance took him all the way to London. His family had their own corporate funding consultancy business and he was keen on learning the ropes and branching out. So he says he zeroed in on an MSc in finance.
Right after I finished my graduation in BSc Banking and Finance, I decided to go to London. And the course that I applied for there was Masters in Finance. For that I went to City University and the name of the business school was Sir John Cass Business School.
After completing his Bachelor's of Science in Banking and Finance, he decided to pursue a master's degree in the same subject. With his brother already studying finance in Manchester, the decision to move to London became a lot easier.
Well, one of the reasons why I did get excited about the UK was because my brother was going as well. He went to University of Manchester when I was in London, so I didn't really feel like I was leaving a lot of people behind. As in, it was only my parents, and then my brother was going to be a short train ride away from London.
After his return, he worked with the strategy and operations team of Deloitte, an audit, tax consulting and financial advisory firm, and soon after decided to become his own boss. Today, wearing his entrepreneurial hat, he runs a quick service restaurant franchise. The transition from being a finance professional to an entrepreneur, a result of his brother's persuasion, he says.
biggest inspiration in this case would have to be my elder brother. He's already in the food and beverage industry. He runs a Chinese restaurant. You know, when I was studying in London, of course, there were a lot of local delis and places where you could you know, you could get sandwiches. There was lots of customization. There was lots of options in the market, and that is something which struck me, because, you know, places like these don't really exist in our country, because the walking culture doesn't really exist. It did inspire me a lot, you know, and I was like, okay, wow, I think the time is right, because there's nothing. So I guess that's where the inspiration came from.
Looking back, he says zeroing in on a course in college was the easy bit. He was nervous, however, about the rest of the admission process and paperwork, worries that was soon put to rest.
There's a certain process that you need to follow to probably apply anywhere else in the world, and I don't think UK makes it any harder. In fact, they would probably make it easier for you to apply there. Most of the information is available online. You of course got the British Council in Delhi, so, you know, if there's any sort of advice or consultation that you require, you can walk into the British Council and they'd be more than happy to help you out. Apart from that, these universities also do have certain sessions that they would hold in New Delhi, where, you know, one or two people would come down and, you know, they would talk about the program and they would, you know, interact with students. So I did attend one of those as well. So as far as the application process is concerned, it was streamlined.
What about the statement of purpose, we ask him? Often a daunting task for many. Imperative to make it to some of the top universities. This can often be the make or break factor, and many fear they can lose out on an opportunity to study with the best colleges over this. But Anand says the fear is misplaced.
I don't think it was that big a challenge. You know, it was something definitely new, because usually when we're applying to colleges in India, we don't need to write an SOP of sorts. We just need to get a certain percentage in our high school. But if percentage was the only criteria for getting in, then I would guess all of us would get into the universities abroad. So SOP is probably a way that these guys want to filter out, you know, the smarter ones from the less smarter ones.
Walking an extra mile to achieve your educational goals should be the least bit of concern. A little bit of research on your part and seeking help, which is readily available, can open up the doors to a world of endless opportunities.
That brings us to the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed watching it. Until next time, goodbye and thanks for watching.
Moving to the UK, the only difficult part was the luggage. Moving in was actually really easy. Checking in was fine. Me and my roommates, we all get along, so that's great. And everyone in my course seems amazing as well, so we'll see how it goes.
I would probably describe myself as generally shy, but not so much since I got here. There was a whole week of freshers events, which were great at helping people socialize. I made 24 friends in the first week I was here, and they're from all around the world. Being able to really just open up and let go and be yourself here in this new environment is just, it's genuine, and people you meet can tell.
The international support team is always there for you. I've sent millions of emails to them with questions of how to do this and what this is, and they're always there to help. Now, as a second year, I'm an international ambassador for American students coming to Bangor. I help them settle in. We go on trips all over the UK and see different places.
I hate to be like this stereotypical Beatles fan, but yeah, I came here because Paul and John, obviously. Really like this city, like how small it is and everything, and how there's so many places to play live. I saw that when I first came here. Had some fish and chips, and it was awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started. I think by being abroad, you pick up on the culture, so now the whole British sense of humor, the way of life, the way they're very polite and kind.
Harry Potter, obviously. Most Americans that study here do have this idea of studying in this magical, far-off place, and the University of Edinburgh is certainly the closest I'll get to that. I haven't gotten tired of it in 4 years. It's almost like the students really run the city. Any club night, pub, music events, art exhibit, a lot of them are run by students, so there's so much of a student lifeblood that pumps through this city, and that's just been the most amazing thing, is seeing what people can do here.